Yeah, so basically, this one is also not a I think all the others are square. Level 1 is not square, okay. But my idea is, let's try my idea for a solution. There's always some graphical problems here. Or sometimes graphical problems. Yeah. Let's see if this works. So the first thing I want to do is to draw like this. And then that's the optimal result. Okay. Maybe I'll just save the optimal result now. Okay, so here it's enough to just do that. Nice. Then we go to next level. So I want to start from that place and go here. And then I do a road here. And then I do a road here. That worked there as well. So I'm going to follow the same pattern now. So here I want to start from here and do a road. And then a road like so. And then a road there. But here is a problem. Because now I would have wanted to do a road here. Yeah, this is where it becomes a little bit tricky. I have to do that as well. So is there an easier way that always works? Tricky stuff. This almost all the time works. Here it works fine. I'm gonna get optimal. Okay, so I have a problem on one. No, that's not it. I'm gonna go here. And then go here. And then draw these roads. $65. Oh no, I did that wrong. Okay. No, I'm not doing it right. I should always do that. Okay, yeah, that I forgot. Okay, now I do every third. Yeah. So this method is just basically 1, 2, and then it's every third row. So it's basically 3 different parts I need to do to solve it. But the problem was in this one. Here it doesn't quite work. So what do I do? Just add this as a cheating thing. I wonder if there is a simpler, maybe there's a simpler way that always works. No, I think I'll implement this first and then we'll see how to do. Level 3 is tricky. So if we go back to the whiteboard, if I try to generalize now, what example should I use? So I want to draw here is one thing. No, that's actually not. This one is already. This one is from the beginning is road. So then I want to draw this one. I want to draw this one. No, that's not how I did it. I did it like that. Yeah, that one. And then we take a new color. Then we do that one. And then it's every third. So that one continues up. So then we call this something. For this one I need to calculate, actually it's column is equal to 1, column index 1, and here I'm using row equals 1. And then for this one, I'm going to use row 1, 2, 3, 4, comma 5, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So it's always +3. Okay, so something like that. So 3 different things I need to draw. So let's do a solution now in code first. And then I'm gonna record the videos for it and try to explain it. Oh, I did something here as well. Let's see. So let's do the coding. Solve. Okay, so this is good also because I have to remember, if I'm gonna explain how this works, I'm gonna also have to remember things. So I get the width and the height here. That's nice. And the output is a list of bools. Okay. Matrix with true indicates a road and false is land, where a house will be if it's accessible from the roads. So, okay, I'm doing something here. Aha. Okay, I'm gonna save this in a text file, but I think if I remember correctly, this is a solution that I did with ChatGPT. Depth first search, explore all. Yeah, this is the problem. Doing all configurations is it's a tricky way to solve this. So I'm trying to do a simpler way now. The thing I drew here, actually, is what I'm going to try to do. So basically doing 3 different parts to achieve what I have done manually here. And level 3 is a tricky one because it doesn't quite work, since I can't draw the next. So then we have to have a 4th thing where I start to draw upwards here. Yeah, it's actually maybe not that tricky. It doesn't fit in my drawing now. But okay, I'll add that later, I think. But okay, I'll save this solution that I had. At least I had it or something. So I'm saving it in a text file here. ChatGPT solution ? Okay, then we go back to initial state. Or maybe it's good to have something here in the beginning. Yeah, this is something. And then we have this one, okay. Yeah. So that's the code. I mean, I haven't really tried the code. What if I just return this grid? Does that work? I just want to see it. Yeah. 0 out of 10. So I guess it drew that. And if I do just draw one more. Aha. So the grid starts from the top left. Yeah, because we have this numbering here. So this is the first index should be the outer list, which is here. And then we have, so this is actually col, comma, row is how we are indexing it. So that I should mention also when I do the video, that you can go in here, press XY and get the numbering. So since we have this numbering, we're gonna use it, of course. Yeah. Okay, so let's do another one just to see that it gets drawn. Can't mark it here. So we just do, let's say 0,0 should be top left. Yeah. But I don't get to see, no, there are no more houses, of course. Yeah, that's correct. But if I instead placed it at, what is this one? Is 7 by 7. So let's say I place it at 0,5. Just trying to get the feeling here for how this works. No, 0,5 is there. 0,5. But that's called 5,0 here. That's confusing. I think I should change this first. It's very strange to have this numbering and then 0,5. This is what I would call 0,5. That actually goes up there. That's strange. Yeah, so I want to change that. So I'm going to go into the creator mode. Free code creator. So unfortunately now, there are not that many who have solved this one, but oops. I will destroy things now for anyone who's already solved it. So roads must start from what is called x, y is 0,2. Aha, note that x is 0 and y is 2 is accessed in the output grid like this. There it actually says yx. But you can see the xy values. Okay, so I guess it's correctly described. And it's also, the interface also says x, y here. So it's maybe nice to talk about x, y. X coordinates, y coordinates. Okay, so it's actually correctly described. Grid yx. Okay, so maybe I will not change it then. Since it was correctly described and everything. It was just my confusion. So this is how I should do it. Okay, and then we get this. Okay, so I like it. It's just this thing here I was a little bit confused about. So let's keep that part here. Here's the explanation. X, y is 0,2. Yeah. So what I want to do here is look. If you look at the drawing I made, let's start with the red line. So first we have to find that one. So that is the. Should I call it row or X and Y? Maybe go with the Y. Oops. What happened? Draw the first horizontal road at the bottom. The red one I drew. So then we call it Y1 maybe. 1 for first, I guess. That is actually equal to 1. No, it's not. It's height minus 1. Height minus 2. At the bottom. Not at the very bottom though. At the bottom. At the, what do you call it? Next to bottom. At the next to bottom. Okay, let's draw it like this. And then we do something like 4 x1 then is equal to, for x1 in range from, so we're going to start it at 0. So we're going to go to width And then we add here. And now we know it goes yx here. I'm going to change the winning concept. This one we can drop now. So now we should see the first line here. Yeah, niceness. So let's call it 1 here, 1 draw. Okay, and now we have step 2 here to draw. So now I want to draw the pink one I have. Actually, the pink one that I have here. That's number 2. Maybe I can number them. So this one is called 1. This one is now called 2. And this one is called 3. And I'm going to have a 4th one also. The 4th one will actually be... How did I draw it? Here. When needed, let's say. So, yeah, there's some special case there. When... Yeah, we'll come to that. Draw the... Draw the first vertical road to the left. Next to maybe I can just say leave 1 row of houses. Then that means that we're going to set the x value. So x2 then is equal to 1. And then we do a for loop for x2, for y2 in range from, it's actually 1 from this one that we did here, height minus 3. Then we do the same thing, set it to true. Then we should have a second line. Well, this is pretty fun actually. Ah, okay, so that was incorrect. It was actually minus 2. Ah, because you missed that, yeah. Then we have that one. That's 2 in our drawing also. Then we go with 3. Draw, now it's more than 1, potentially. Draw all horizontal roads from every 3rd row. From 3rd row. Going from 2 and to the right. Something like that. Okay, so then what do we know? We know that we can use what is known here? So x2, no. Basically I'm going to have a for loop over all the rows. So all the y values for y3 in range. So where does it start? We can start it. We're going to start it 1, 2, 3. What happened? We're going to start it from the previous y value where this one started. Actually, let's do it. Yeah, we'll start from the bottom one and go up now instead. So height minus... so height here was 7. So we have minus 1 is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So it should be minus 5 even. And then we want to go to 0 if possible, the very first row at the top, and we're going to go in steps of -3. And then we're going to also have to do for loop for the x values for x3 in 1, 2, I guess is okay. Range 2, comma width, and then we set that one to true. Thing is, we can also print the grid here, I guess, if we want to. Not that much point, but we can do a pretty print. Yeah, actually we don't, because we see it here. Okay, let's run. See what we get. Something like that. Oh my god, now we're close. I think now we're already solving all levels but level 3. Yes. Aha. So yeah, 0 is missed here, so we have to do -1 actually. That's, yeah, I like this 0 indexing and how the range is done, but that's the tricky one actually, that it doesn't include that one. Okay, so now we have a pretty good solution here. Aha. So we don't draw this one if it's too small. When don't we need that road? 3 will not be a problem in this case, but this one, number 2, should not be drawn when it's so small. So when do we not draw that one? I guess it's when height is, I don't know, I'm not sure actually, but I think it should be if height is less than or equal to 3. Or rather the other way around, if it's greater than 3, greater or equal to 4. Because if it's a 4th row here, we need to, then at least it's not bad. So I think it's like this. And then we have to have some more if statements here. For number 4, the last one I was drawing, it's even outside of what can be seen here. Let me fix that. So 4 should start, what did we say? Here, right? This is 4. If necessary. And then that one also needs to go further to the right. Yeah. Also, I don't have to be sure it solves exactly all configurations, because we only have those levels that we have. But it's always nice to be correct. I'm not sure if this one needs an if statement, because the problem is that height, if height is 4, that could be a problem. No, then it's -5. It's already, yeah. I think this might work. I mean, I would have to try a lot of different cases to actually know that for sure. So now, draw vertical roads in the case where the last of the 3 rows don't leaves 2 lines of houses above it. Something like that. So how do we know that? Well, that is if, what is the last one here is going to be, so it has to do with if the height So this is 7 by 7. If height, I mean, first of the height has to be, but let's try this first. If height minus, because we always drop 2 rows, right? So I think it should be something like height minus 2. If that one modulo 3, and I don't need to actually do the minus 2, it's probably something like, okay, but let's do it this way. If height minus 2 modulo 3 is equal to, in this case I get 5, is equal to 2. Is that the case? So 3 would be different. Yeah, I mean, height also has to be greater than some value. Because when do we even draw 3? We draw 3 height minus 5. Greater than 5, I think. And now the music stopped. What should we discover? Okay, try something here. Height is greater than 5. Okay, if we look at height minus 2 modulo 3, that's actually stupid. You can just say height modulo 3 is a modulo. I wrote modulo. What is it? It's the 7 which is the problem. So it's 1. It's something like this anyway. And then we should draw we can start with the x values. For x4 in range, so it starts at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it stops at width, and then we do every third there as well. And then we have to do a y thing also for y4 in range. And where do we start there? Height minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's the last. It's the last one that was drawn. No, it's always going to be. Let's just comment this one out. It's easier to think when you see the failure here, so to say. So I think it's always going to be like this. So it's always 0, okay, or 1 to 0, okay. We can just do for y in range. And actually, no, let's do it range 2. Okay. And then we have road 4, the four roads here. Let's see what we get first. What? It worked.